Why do bad things happen to good people? After you have prayed, after you've done everything. I feel so bad, I feel so heavy. I don't know about you.
And action.
Dear God, why do bad things happen to good people? Have you ever thought about that? You know, Lord, we pray, we fast, we go by the rules, go by doctrines, we read the Bible, but yet, good people, very good people, still encounter some battles they can't handle. And you are left to ask, so what is in it all along? What's the value of the belief? I'll take a case in hand. Remember the story I told you about Nkoli? You think he ended in a very good note, right? No, he didn't. So after we gave Nkoli the peace that she wanted in school, after she started doing well and enjoying school, then one day, all of a sudden, for 2 weeks, Nkoli disappeared. She didn't come to school again. And we're all very worried. We're like, was she sick? You know, what happened? What really happened? And then one day, Nkoli appeared in school. She wasn't dressed for school. She was dressed in her mufti. And she was weeping. I was in the economics class when my friends came to call me. And we all went to the library. And this girl was crying her heart out. What happened? After everything, with all her intelligence, with everything she's got to give, everything she's been through, just for an opportunity to go to school, to be educated. Her parents married her off to a butcher by force. And to consummate the marriage, the butcher held her down. He had paid bride price, so what else? What do you expect? And that's how this girl's education ended. And the day she cried, she was not crying just for herself. She was also crying for her sisters. Because I bet you the same fate will go for her sisters. You think that by being a good girl, by doing the right things, obeying the right rules, that life will cut her a slack. But it didn't. It went south. Now another story that touched is that of a little girl that I loved so much when I was younger, much younger. You know how we grew up with these beliefs, these myths of Obanje, Abiku, you know, they come into the world, they have a time lapse, and you know, they die, they come back again, yes? Maybe ignorant, maybe myth, maybe true. I'm not there to judge. But I had this friend, beautiful girl. I always remember her dimples. Sweetest, loveliest dimples you could ever think. In fact, guess what? When I was small, I used to use biro to dip down my cheek to see if I could get her dimples. She was lovely. And she was the firstborn of her parents because her parents had had 5 children that died. And she was just the only surviving one. I remember then they used to call her Muranya. What that means is one eye that is owing one eye that is owing blindness or something. which means that she's just the only egg that is just ready to break. And I remember she was always sick. Always sick. Her mom did everything. I don't think there was anything religion asked her to do for that child that she didn't do. To the extent that back then, I remember that they said they were going to do some rituals, you know, that she buried her covenant symbol or something somewhere. And they called one native doctor like that, you know, man manipulating man. You need to see the native doctor. He had one jingling iron like that with a cock, and you know, he was blowing smoke everywhere. Just magic. And he came, did all the shenanigans just to dig up the covenant symbol. I didn't mind. If digging up the covenant symbol will make them believe, I was all up for it. Everybody was up for it. Christians and non-Christians alike. Just for that child to live. So it was dug up. She showed us where she said she buried it. They dug it up, did all the rituals, did all the shenanigans, and everybody was, oh, that you need to see the feast that day. We were all so happy because we felt, Nandi was going to leave. Whatever covenant she had with death, she had broken. Yep. So it was time for her to shine, to leave. 2 months after that. Exactly 2 months after all the shenanigans, in the middle of the night, for no reason, Nandi slept and never woke up. Yeah, she died. Should I talk about my best friend that has always looked for a child? Always. For years. There was nothing she didn't do. She fasted, she prayed. She surrendered herself to whatever ritual, sacrifice that Christianity had for her. She was beaten by pigeon. You know what I mean? As in, she went to those churches where they sing and they use pigeons to, you know, flog you and flog the devil out of you so that the Christianity in you will come out. You get it. She did it all. She fasted, she prayed, she begged, she wept, she wailed, she read her Bible. And then she became pregnant. Yes! We knew there was a God up there. We were so happy. We praised you. We loved you. We were so thankful. Every day of that 9 months, we gave praise. On the D-Day, the mother went in to give birth and never came out. Yeah, she never did. And thank you. You dropped 2 boys for us, right? And took them home. I guess I'm supposed to be the one to take care of them. Why do bad things happen to good people after you have prayed, after you've done everything? I feel so bad, I feel so heavy. I don't know about you. You know, this story about my friend so resonates with what I went through too, because I have found myself in that same space, and I waited for 6 years to have a child after 4 miscarriages. And when that happened, when I had my set of twins, my mother-in-law and I, for the very first time, had a one-on-one as mother and daughter. And she acknowledged, accepted, and loved me the way I wanted to be loved as a daughter-in-law. And it was overwhelming for me. And I remember going outside and look up to heaven, like I'm looking up to you now, Dad. Totally grateful, totally appreciative of the fact that after all the battles, we won together. And I'm telling you this because it's an experience I've had. Coming out that day from my mother-in-law's room, overwhelmed by the emotion and the love that we exchanged, I went outside. And all I could do was bend down on the ground and I started writing. And then it occurred to me, hey, I could actually write to you. I could actually write to you. I do know that a lot of us are going through heavy liftings, battles, unspeakable things that you probably can't even talk to people about. I know. I've had that experience. But I can assure you that when you can't pray, when you can't talk, you can write. Because it doesn't matter the method, the type, where, how, when. He knows your heart and he sees your heart. Write to God. Write him a letter. You can start with Dear God and let it flow. Say it as you see it. Say it as you mean it. He doesn't care. He will read it. He knows it. And trust me, he will answer you. I think I need to do some writings too. See you next time.
God is faithful. It may not look like it now, but in due time, you will see that he is faithful. For those who put their trust in him, he will never ever put them to shame. Our walk with God most of the time is an experience and it's a journey. And on that journey, there are good times and there are bad times. But in all, like a father that will never leave nor abandon his own child, God is always there. At the end of the day, you just see that he has been with you all the way.